State Representative Jeff Currey says he wakes up every single morning feeling normal, but his doctors say it's only a matter of time before he starts to feel the negative effects of his stage 5 kidney failure. Still, you wouldn't know that he's going through this personal health crisis based on his positive attitude.
I don't really have a choice in the matter. And it is, you can either sit around and wallow and be miserable, which to me is just sounds exhausting, or you can decide to get up every day, put a smile on your face, continue on with life as you can right now.
With the support of his friends like Karen, who has been testing to see if her kidney's compatible, and the support of people around the country who have been checking his website, getjeffakidney.com, doctors tell Currey they'll be surprised if he does not find a matching donor. But there are still more than 300 people in the state on a transplant waiting list.
Waiting times right now are extremely long, especially in New England. It's about 5 to 7 years for a kidney transplant. So we want to find you a live donor, get you transplanted as quickly as possible, get you back to a healthier, safer type of lifestyle.
Representative Currey is raising awareness about organ donation through a food drive at Geisler Supermarket in South Windsor on Saturday. He's hoping other people can find their perfect match while he works to find his. We have that information on our website at fox61.com. We also have a link to his website. Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.